Now on WRDE Coast TV.
Still swimming in the Indian River Bay despite a sewage spill, what the state is doing to get the word out.
You might see this twirling off the coast of Delaware and Maryland. What proposed locations were picked for offshore wind farms?
This Lewis post office is accused of missing mail. What problems people say they're having with mail delivery.
And it looks like Mother Nature is going to deliver a few showers our way, definitely for Friday, and a few sprinkles for tonight. We'll talk more about that in your weekend forecast coming up.
From the beaches to the bays, coverage you can count on. WRDE Coast TV News at 6 starts right now.
A sewage leak in the Indian River Bay. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Britt Leone, filling in for Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. The state is investigating contamination in the Indian River Bay.
Dirty water in the Indian River Bay is causing concern for some. The Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control is restricting clam and mollusk harvesting for the next 21 days. People at the bays today said they're worried. Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert joins us live there at the Indian River Inlet. Charles, this problem comes from a sewage pump leak.
Maddie, Denrick said today that this problem stems from a sewage pump that's over in Millsboro. Now people nearby here are taking caution while in the water.
This won't be the last time.
The waters here in the Indian River Bay attract fishermen and boaters all year round. But sewage contamination is giving some people second thoughts about taking a dip in the water.
It's kind of gross. It's so well used for sailing and fishing and crabbing, so yeah, I hope they can clean it up.
According to DENREC, a sewage pump in Millsboro leaked Wednesday afternoon into a creek that is a tributary to Indian River, which flows into the bay. We reached out to the town of Millsboro today for an interview and they declined. However, we were told it is already working to fix this problem and that there is no known cause for how this happened to begin with. DENREC is restricting the recreational harvest of clams and mollusks due to concerns of contamination for the next 21 days. However, other creatures like crabs and finfish are not on that list. Bob Collins with the Center for Inland Bays manages a reserve where people harvest clams. He says this does pose a risk to public health.
Nobody ever wants to see a leak of sewage into the water. In this situation, there is a possible immediate risk to shellfish consumers, people that eat raw seafood.
A difficult time for the bay, this contamination event. Now beachgoers and advocates for the bay are dealing with the aftermath. DENREC is advising people to limit their contact with the water while these restrictions are in place. The agency also says there is currently no sewage spilling into the water. I'm Charles Reiner by the Indian River Inlet, Coast TV News.
The Bureau of Ocean Management announced 3 potential wind energy areas off the coast of Delaware and Maryland on Monday. The Bureau says if these 3 areas are built, they could produce 4 to 8 gigawatts of energy. Officials say the wind farms would be placed in Ocean City, the Delaware Bay, and the Chesapeake Bay. They say the plan for the wind energy areas came after the Biden-Harris administration goal of deploying 30 gigawatts of offshore energy by 2030.
Mail mishaps. One Lewis man finds himself short hundreds of dollars after a problem with the Lewis post office. It's a missing mail problem that others in the area have experienced as well. Coast TV News reporter Tori Seagraves shows us what went wrong, what the solution the United States Postal Service is also proposing.
Al Seibart checks his mail at this P.O. box in the Vineyards apartment complex. He says when he recently received a card from family, it had been cut open and taped shut. Seibart says after contacting the family member who sent the card, he learned a $300 gift card inside had been removed.
It's very disillusioning. To me, the Postal Service was like a utility. It's like a switch. You turn the switch, the light comes on. You turn the faucet on, water comes out. You put something in the mail, and it eventually will get to where it's supposed to be. We've all heard of porch pirates. Unfortunately, these are guys working on the inside who take your things before it even reaches your porch.
We did reach out to the Lewis Post Office about this incident and many other cases of missing and delayed mail that were brought to Coast TV's attention. They declined to interview, but say, quote, "The Postal Service recognizes timely and accurate deliveries are paramount to our customers, and we remain committed to providing the service they expect." Some say they think missing mail is an honest mistake.
Occasionally, a clerk may put the wrong envelope in the wrong box, and sometimes it may be a week, and sometimes it could be, if it's a seasonal box holder that has that mail, could be several months, but nothing major and nothing certainly deliberate.
Seibert just hopes stories like his don't happen again.
And he was just paying us back out of the kindness of his heart. And to have this happen is very, very unfortunate.
The USPS recommends that if you have any concerns of issues with your mail, to sign up for Informed Delivery. It's a feature that they offer where you can track and manage your mail and packages. I'm Tori Seagraves in Lewis, Coast TV News.
Delaware State Police say they have arrested 2 people for a series of thefts and burglaries in July. Police say they responded to several homes in Laurel regarding overnight thefts from cars and garage burglaries. Now, troopers say they learned 2 people stole from 8 victims. They say thieves took money, a BB gun, video cameras, and a bicycle. Detectives say they first identified 18-year-old Ryan Howell, who turned himself in. Police say they were later able to arrest the other suspect, identified as 20-year-old Damian Bosman from Seaford.
The Sussex County Reassessment Project continues to move forward. The project will reassess the value of homes for property tax purposes in Sussex County. Sussex County officials want to let homeowners know crews may come to the door to ask questions about the property. They say crews are currently working in the Bridgeville and Seaford areas. According to the county, crews will make their way into Greenwood and Milford in the next couple of weeks. The town says data collection is expected to be done by spring of 2024.
We're moving on to weather, taking a live look outside now. It looks like a calm evening. Our First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams joins us with a look at our weather. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening to you, Britt. So it's looking good there, and it's looking good here in Ocean City as well, courtesy of our World Plus camera, where the winds are relatively calm for right now. At this point on this side, of the peninsula. Now, we do have a small craft advisory that's active for the Chesapeake Bay, but that's just for that area. Currently, we're holding at 74 degrees in Rehoboth and Bethany Beach, 1 degree warmer than that in Lewis and Selbyville, as well as Georgetown and Del Mar. Overall, we're looking pretty clear and pretty nice. Now, as you take a look at our expectations for tonight, we are expecting temperatures to stay at about 71 for us in Rehoboth, 69 for the overnight low in Lewis, Georgetown and Millsboro, hovering in the 60s. And we're looking for plenty of cloud cover to begin to move into the area as well. We'll talk more about that coming up in a moment. Till then, back to you.
Well, thank you. The town of Dewey Beach wants you to know there's still time to register to vote in its upcoming municipal election. The town says voter registration for the election will close to August 24th at 5 p.m. Officials say people can request absentee ballots online from the town or vote absentee at Town Hall. That election will take place September 23rd.
Speaking of absentee ballots, the deadline to request them for the Fenwick Island municipal election is tomorrow at noon. Town says the absentee request form can be found online. Officials are saying you can complete this form in person. Fenwick Island will hold its municipal election on August 5th.
The Board of Public Works has set a date for its next hydrant flushing in Lewis. The department says crews are going to do that October 11th. So what does it mean for you? Well, according to the department, people may experience discolored water. And if they do, staff says run cold water for a few minutes until the water is clear.
Starting Monday, you can get current results of the 50th annual White Marlin Open Fishing Tournament on Coast TV News. We're going to show you the competition in all of our broadcasts, and you can also stream the coverage on our mobile app.
We have a lot more news to get to this evening.
Delaware Arts Alliances launches a new program today in Milford. Coming up, how this project aims to help grow Delaware's creative economy.
And for the most southern portions of our viewing area, we're looking for mostly cloudy skies with a sprinkle or two, temperatures in the 60s, but more rain for everybody by the time we get to Friday.
But first, from the air, the historic district of Lewis still looking the same, and the city wants to keep it that way. How a survey aims to further preserve the area? We're back in just 60 seconds.
Comes alive. I am tangled up inside. Is it something that you hide?
Delmarva's rock station for 35 years.
93.5 The Beach.
Come celebrate the grand opening of the Furniture and More outlet in Milford, Delaware. Save up to 70% off all your favorite name brands. Doorbusters like this sofa love seat or sectional, only $7.99. Recliners starting at only $2.79. Adirondack chairs, only $1.79. Hurry to the grand opening of the Furniture and More outlet in Milford. From the city to the shore, we always save you more. Oh, one more thing. Ask about getting your purchase for free.
Lewis is the first town in the first state. With that comes a lot of history. The city describes a new report as an updated encyclopedia of the historic district. So let's take a look at some of the buildings we are talking about. As we know, Lewis was built hundreds of years ago, as were some of these buildings. A lot of changes have been made since then, and a survey on how to handle them hasn't been done in decades. City leaders say the UD report will help them understand the current state of the historic district and guide them to make decisions about renovations and changes to the buildings in it. City leaders say the report is overdue and will guide them for years to come.
Always important to know what your history is, and the city has such a great history that how do we preserve it? Well, we also allowed things to grow. So it's always making and finding that balance to allow for preservation while looking at the newer.
The University of Delaware has finished the actual field work on the project and are finalizing a report that will eventually be available to the public.
This brings us now to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, do you think historic districts are too strict? Let's take a look at the updated results from the last news hour.
It was pretty split, and it's flipped a little bit. Now only 42% are saying they think it is. 58% say no, they don't think that the regulations are too strict. And we were saying, Britt, I really think it's kind of case by case.
I completely agree. And if you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at WRDE.com or on the mobile app. We're going to show you updated results later in the newscast.
And we are going to update you on what's happening with a couple of sprinkles in our area, making its way across Nanticoke and Salisbury, and maybe dancing along the southern Sussex County line. But the real rain, the main act of showers will kick off for Friday.
Don't miss Johnny Janosik's 70th anniversary sale. Take an extra 10% off our everyday low prices, plus up to 72-month special financing with no minimum. Shop the 70th anniversary sale at Johnny Janosik.
Visit Western Sussex.
Hi, I'm Joel Wharton, Sussex County farmer. Don't wait until after harvest to plant your cover crops. Consider broadcasting or interseeding cover crops into your standing cash crop. Early establishment provides more growth potential and more soil armor over winter. It also saves time because after harvest, the cover crop is already growing and protecting the soil, cycling nutrients, and preventing erosion. To learn more about the benefits and ways to establish cover crops early, contact the Sussex Conservation District because every acre counts.
Are you game?
Let's go, come on.
To take a spin.
I am ready.
Tell me what you got. To make a guess.
Hilarious punchline.
You got it, whoa!
To take a trip.
To Maui.
To win it all.
Parting ways.
That's it. Then take a spin on the Wheel of Fortune.
Weeknights at 7 on WRDE. 100.9% classic country plays real country.
Johnny Janosik World of Outdoor Furniture has Delaware's largest selection of outdoor furniture and sunbrella fabrics, plus everyday low prices and immediate delivery at all Johnny Janosik furniture and mattresses.
Just like you and I, your home can only take so much summer sun.
Curled shingles and cracked or chalky siding aren't just signs of sun damage. Those are signs that water and mold could be getting in.
Call All Exteriors. They have same-day appointments available to show you your options and give you a quote on the spot. Extended through August only, get free gutters with your new roofing or siding and no interest or payments until 2025 or payments as low as $99 a month. Call All Exteriors for your free quote today.
Download the free WRDE weather app built by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodel.
I want to just start off with your weekend weather is looking absolutely fabulous. I learned that word from my folks here. Fabulous for this weekend. But Friday, not so fabulous. And I'll explain why in just a moment. Right now, courtesy of our Gateway Subaru camera, we are still looking very nice at this time. I'd still call this pretty good, actually. But it's a bit on the cloudy side for us, and we're going to stay cloudy for tonight. Now, there's one small little concern we have right here towards Spring Grove, really more so towards Nanticoke and over towards Cambridge area, where we have a concern for possible inundation for low-lying areas. But for the areas that we're typically concerned with here, you notice we're not under a warning or advisory or statement whatsoever along our shore here in the Sussex County area. So we're at 74 degrees in Rehoboth as well as Bethany, 78 in Redden, 77 Seaford and Millsboro as well as Milford. Now, the dew point temperature, a measurement of moisture content in the atmosphere, it's in the 60s, lower 60s, so it's not even all that muggy. Now, the actual temperatures aren't all that bad either, so that's why these 60s kind of feel a different kind of way for right now. Just a nice cool, so to speak, and maybe even a slight damp feel outside. But as we take a look at our models, and I'm taking a look at my more sensitive model right here, it's indicating we could see some spot showers flare up Friday early in the morning and then redevelop as we go into the afternoon, going to the evening hours. The more sensitive model. I'm going to show you the other one that's not so sensitive, and then we're going to split between the two to give you the forecast, all right? So Friday early in the morning, I had to just go ahead and run it to make sure, is that true or not? Well, this model's not even showing a blip of rain. So I throw that model and, take it with a grain of salt. Then we take a look at our dog walking forecast, and you'll notice we're still looking at mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. So we are going to see cloud cover for the early morning hours, but we're going to look at limited amount of rain, because even as we take a look and run our future rain models, you see how pultrid they are right now. And this is the second run that we've had since 5 o'clock, and the amount of rain has diminished even more so. So that's why we're leaning more on this particular graphic and this particular model, because Friday morning we're looking at temperatures in the 70s, and the spotty showers will pull through pretty quickly on Friday afternoon, 3 o'clock, spot showers, winds out of the south. Then we go ahead and go into Saturday, starting off with beautiful sunshine for Saturday, and then for Saturday afternoon, we'll climb into the mid-80s, hardly a cloud in the sky. Wear your sunblock. Believe me, I know the importance of that, because I've been doing all of this talking and walking and having fun along the coast. Yeah, I even got a sunburn on my elbow. Can you believe that? Oh, my boss is telling me finish the forecast. All right, on my way. Here we go. So we're looking at showers Friday for Chincoteague and Assateague, okay? Then we're looking for a chance of rain also on Friday in Ocean City as well as Fenwick Island, but clear for the weekend. And the weekend's looking fine for Lewis and Rehoboth. Just watch out for that rain on Friday. And be sure you get that sunblock. Here's a look at your extended forecast real quick. 40% chance of rain, sunny over the weekend and next week till we get to next Thursday.
Reminder, you can hear Coast TV news and weather updates throughout the day on our family of radio stations. That's Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3 FM on 93.5 The Beach and on Big 107.7.
A man has been arrested for a murder in Salisbury that took place Monday, according to Maryland State Police. Authorities say 19-year-old Basheri Damon Jacobs shot a 34-year-old man in front of the Pemberton Manor apartments that you see here from our Coast Copter. Police say Jacobs was charged both with first and second-degree murder, among several other charges. According to troopers, he is being held without bond.
The Maryland Department of Natural Resources is gathering suggestions and ideas for how to solve boating problems in the state. They say the goal is to identify issues, possible impacts, and reasonable solutions to those issues so that the department can create plans. Full list of changes being considered is on the department's website. That site also has directions on how to submit comments. Comments can be submitted by August 20th.
The Maryland Department of Environment Secretary Serena McQuillan has joined the Public Policy Board of Veloz. Now, what does that mean now? The department says Veloz is a company attempting to create brand-neutral public awareness campaigns for electric cars. So they say the Public Policy Advisory Board is comprised of several representatives who serve or have served in local or state governments. California, Maryland, and Hawaii, they're the only states with members on the board so far.
The Delaware Arts Alliance has launched its Creative Economy and Cultural tourism growth plan. The Alliance says that the plan is the first of its kind in the nation. They say the plan includes engagement efforts to gather input from artists, creative business owners, and art patrons. Its goal is to advance Delaware's creative economy across all levels of government.
Speaking of creativity, the Delaware Division of the Arts has received a grant to advance creative aging programs for adults 55 and older. The division says the $95,000 they received came from the National Assembly of the state's art agencies, as well as E.A. Michelson Philanthropy. The division is one of 9 state agencies across the country receiving the grants.
Okay, it's time to take another look at our Coast TV poll. We want to know, do you think historic districts are too strict? So far, let's take a look at these results. 33% of you say yes, 67% say no. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at WRDE.com or on the mobile app. We will definitely show you those updated results on Coast TV News at 11.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studio.
It feels almost too good to be true. NFL football, it's back tonight. The Hall of Fame game from Canton, Ohio kicks off in just under 2 hours with the new look Jets and Browns beginning the 2023 preseason. And no, you won't be seeing this guy. The former number 2 overall pick, Zach Wilson, will get the starting nod instead for Gang Green. Breece Hall also inactive as he continues to prepare for return week 1 from an ACL tear. A whole host of Jets starters won't take the field tonight. Allen Lazard could be among one of them, but not former first-round pick Mekhi Becton. The 6'7" tackle returns to game action for the first time in nearly 700 days. He'll be able to ease back in against a Browns team also taking it easy on their starters. Kellen Mond gets the nod over Deshaun Watson. The former Viking will get a chance to prove himself as the backup with former Jet Elijah Moore and rookie wideout Cedric Tillman. That game gets underway at 8 p.m. tonight right here on WRDE. And tune in later on tonight for the 11 o'clock news. Softball highlights. Lower Sussex, they wrap up pool play at the Senior Little League World Series. That'll do it for sports.
Live your best life with Luxury Motors. Discover your perfect ride with our ever-changing inventory of carefully curated luxury pre-owned vehicles. High quality, low mileage, luxury. With full confidence that you're getting the best value. Luxury Motors of Rehoboth Beach on the Forgotten Mile by the Bridge. On-site financing available. And if you're looking to sell your luxury vehicle, stop by and we'll make you an offer. Luxury Motors of Rehoboth Beach.
Delmarva's rock station for 35 years.
The American black duck is an iconic species well known throughout the Delmarva Peninsula. Although the population is currently stable, they're well below their population goals and they're considered a species of concern. The USDA Natural Resources Conservation Service looks to increase and restore black duck habitat throughout the Delmarva Peninsula.
I utilize the Working Lands for Wildlife program to help transform a low-lying wet area into waterfowl habitat.
To learn more about the Working Lands for Wildlife program, contact your local USDA Service Center.
Discover your future with Sussex Tech Adult Education. We offer registered apprenticeship and health profession programs and much more, which will prepare you for everything you need to succeed in your new career, providing hands-on experience with classes taught by professionals from every industry. Sussex Tech will assist our graduates in finding their new career opportunity. To learn more about how you can earn your professional credentials that can change your life, check out Sussex Tech Adult Education online.
Your future is waiting for you at Sussex Tech Adult Education.
It's baseball season, and the Delmarva Shorebirds is your home for fun. Join 93.5 The Beach for Thirsty Thursdays every week. Plus, don't miss special 102.5 WBOC Maryland Pride Thursdays presented by Spicer Brothers. And don't miss Big Beer Fridays with Big Classic Rock 107.7. It's a summer of fun. Let's play ball.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long. Watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
A fun and charitable event happening this weekend will benefit humane animal partners. Racers will take their mark on 2 legs and 4 for the Run for the Paws in Dewey Beach Saturday morning. The The 15th annual race starts 7:30 a.m. at the Dewey Beach Lions Club. There's a 5K run and a 1-mile pet-friendly walk.
Michael J. Fox's 2023 documentary Still will be screened at the Rehoboth Beach Film Society Cinema Art Theater in Lewis at 7 p.m. this Saturday and at 2 p.m. Sunday. The film documents what it's like learning to live with Parkinson's disease. And ticket sales will benefit the Parkinson's Education and Support Group of Sussex County.
Time now for a look at what's coming up tonight in primetime here on Coast TV. At 7 p.m., it's Football Night in America. Then at 8, it's NFL preseason football, Browns at Jets. And don't forget, join us back here for Coast TV News at 11.
On CBS tonight at 8, it's Young Sheldon. Then at 8:30, it's Ghosts. After that, at 9, it's So Help Me Todd, followed by CSI Vegas at 10.
On Fox tonight at 7, it is Major League Baseball.
Over on Delmarva Sports Network tonight at 8:30, World League Fling Golf American Classic Golf Club. Then at 10:30, the final score. Coming up, new on Coast TV News at 11, bike safety concerns in South Bethany. What the town is warning pedestrians and cyclists. That story and more on Coast TV News at 11.
Here's the latest look at live radar, and we are seeing light scattered showers making its way throughout portions of Crisfield, going into Chincoteague and towards the Salisbury area and headed towards Ocean City. Now, we are looking at just sprinkles, okay? A passing sprinkle and cloudy skies for tonight. Not really a big deal. Now, down towards Chincoteague and Franklin City, we'll pick up spot sprinkles here. And we do have the concern for inundation for low-lying areas, so that's still a thing at this particular point. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. There's a 40% chance of rain for everybody for Friday, okay? Thunderstorms likely for us briefly in the afternoon. Then we're done because we enjoy our weekend rain-free, and we enjoy most of next week rain-free. It's until we get to next weekend where we start running into some problems.
Thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
More news and local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
The NBC Nightly News is up next.
We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.